Most men today walk through life with soft hands and silent rage. They scroll, they consume, they react, but they don't lead. And deep down, they know it. We weren't made for passivity. We weren't built to float. We were forged to stand, to bear, to become. But before you can call yourself a man in the truest sense, there are 7 inner battles you must face and conquer, not for the applause, not for status, but because you cannot live with yourself if you don't. Let's begin. 1. Master your impulses before they master you. Every weakness begins in a moment you didn't think mattered. One more scroll, one more drink, one more click. But a man who can't rule his instincts is already ruled by them. Lust, gluttony, rage, laziness. They will dress themselves as pleasure and freedom, but they are chains, velvet-lined and deadly. The man becoming must see the temptation and say, number not because he hates himself, but because he respects what he could be. Self-control is not repression. It is rebellion against the forces that want you weak. 2. Endure. Silence without begging for noise. The modern world fears silence, so it feeds us distraction, notifications, podcasts, opinions, noise. But you must learn to sit in the storm of your own mind, to hear every doubt and not tremble, to face the question, who am I without the noise? The man who can sit in solitude is a man who needs nothing, and the man who needs nothing cannot be controlled. As Seneca wrote, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Stillness is your weapon. Use it. 3. Speak less. Mean more. A real man doesn't talk to fill air. He speaks to shape it. In a world of instant reactions and loud opinions, we confuse noise for strength. But strength whispers, and when it speaks, the room listens. Choose every word as if it cost you something, because it does. A man who disciplines his tongue earns the trust of silence, and silence holds more power than most men will ever understand. 4. Master the mundane. Modern life worships novelty, new hacks, new routines, new dopamine hits. But mastery isn't found in constant change. It's found in consistency, in doing the boring work when no one sees, in rising with the alarm, in training when you're tired, in showing up when your soul is quiet. The world won't clap for discipline, but your future self will. The man who commands the mundane commands his destiny. 5. Learn to bleed without making a sound. Pain is part of the path. Rejection, failure, loneliness, shame. They don't mean you're broken, they mean you're in motion. Most men will do anything to avoid pain, but the man becoming chooses it. Not because he loves suffering, but because he knows the wound is where the light enters. He doesn't post his pain, he transforms it. He doesn't broadcast his scars, he earns wisdom from them. This is not about silence, it's about sacred endurance. 6. Live by a code you would die for. There must come a day when you stop reacting to life and start standing for something in it. Your code is not what you say when the sun is out. It's what you choose when the world is burning. Do you lie when it benefits you? Do you fold when pressure rises? Do you chase pleasure when purpose demands pain? Write your code. then obey it. Because a man without a code is just a child with a beard. 7. Stand alone without losing yourself. The final test is isolation. Not forced loneliness, but chosen solitude. Can you walk alone without bitterness? Can you pursue your mission when no one claps? Can you keep building when no one understands? That's the measure, not your followers, not your income, not your aesthetic, but your ability to remain rooted in who you are when the world offers you escape. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." We don't become men by age, we become men by fire. Not the fire that burns us, the fire we walk through. So if you see yourself in these words, don't just nod, act. Break the comfort, kill the noise, bleed with grace, speak with weight. Build yourself into the kind of man that your younger self needed, and that your future self will thank. We rise through struggle. We lead through silence. We become by discipline. Let the world grow softer. We grow sharper.